Yeah. I guess I should stop the track before we come in. All right, so we're about 14 minutes left of the show here today, folks. Hope everybody's still with us. And I think we had a good show today. I'd like to thank Philip Galinsky, the comedian who called us. And like I said, his link is up on our Facebook page. We'll get a bunch of the shit that we talked about up there today.
Thank him and his sad life.
What's that?
I'd like to thank him and his sad life.
Yeah.
Or at least his childhood.
His electrifying childhood.
His life is good now, I'm sure.
Yeah, definitely. So I had a bunch of other news. There was only one other thing that I wanted to mention that I saw in the news, and they're testing MDMA on autism. So this ought to be a bunch of
that's
interesting.
MDMA is really dangerous for the brain.
Yeah, well, they're testing it to use it for, according to a new study, County Harbor, UCLA, MDMA could help adults on the autism spectrum.
You know what it was made for? It was made for marriage counseling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I love you, man. Yeah.
Seriously.
Did you guys know where crystal meth came from? Or who used it?
Not in history.
The German soldiers were given pills that were actually just crystal meth. And that's the reason why they were able to march across those countries so fast, so hard.
That would have been terrifying.
Yes.
Being an opposing force.
Yes. Silent Mish's grandmother was captured by the Hitler's Secret Service and was a slave in Poland. Very interesting. If that would be cool to get her in here to talk. We would have to have Silent Mish translate, so that would cause a huge problem. You would hear nothing but, hence the name Silent Mish. So here's one. Peter Frampton, I guess he was in concert, and man, I got a sneeze coming on. You ever get that up in your nose where you got a sneeze? Hold on, here we go. Thank you, excuse me.
You're turning the mic down, but
that was a double sneeze. Yeah, it's coming through everybody else's mic. Peter Frampton recently had an encounter with a fan who wouldn't stop taking video during his concert. What do you think of that?
Who's Peter Frampton?
Peter Frampton is a guitar player, bro. Never mind. Skip that story. Who's Peter Frampton?
Okay, so he plays the guitar. He's probably good at it. You like him. But your question was, what do I think about him being upset that somebody was filming him? You're a public figure at a public event.
Thank you.
Wow.
And according to the press rules, when you go to those as a press, as a photographer and someone who's gone and covered those stories, the rules are you can't have
flash.
Well, no, you can have flash, but you just can't have a camera where the lens comes off. Like I can't go in there with our big studio cameras. The lens is disconnectable. My big photography camera, the studio photography camera, can't go in there with that. As a fan.
Anything with the SLR?
Right. As a journalist, I can go in, but I can only sit in certain spots and stuff like that. But as a fan, you sitting in the in the row watching the concert, you're not supposed to. But it doesn't say anything about videography and photography from your cell phone. Right. So
they're okay with garbage footage of the event getting out.
Yeah, exactly. I smell a lawsuit, but then that's just me. All right, who the hell is Greg Oden? Does anybody know? Oden was arrested in Lawrence this morning after allegedly punching a woman. This was posted by USA Today. Greg Oden, apparently he's some famous dude, but he ain't too famous because I don't know. Oh, no wonder why.
I didn't know you were a guitar
NBA player. So for those of you who follow basketball, there you go. I don't follow basketball because I don't understand the game. Ricky Martin, and we went over that. Ricky Martin and Christina Aguilera. Nobody Wants to Be Lonely, their new video. Joy, and finally we have National Guard of the United States, and this is for you NASCAR fans out there, National Guard dropping Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s sponsorship. So any businesses out there that want to put up $500 million a year for a race team.
You said National Guard sponsored?
Yeah, the National Guard sponsors Dale Earnhardt. Yeah,
so I'm paying taxes. And then they're giving the taxes to
a race team.
What? I can't say it, but you know what I'm meaning.
Yeah. What the frackin' frackety frack.
How is that legal?
And it's not like it's a small amount of money.
Yeah, I imagine.
Here's one. Pot, and this was posted
Well,
by
at least they canceled, right?
a Michael Burley via Twani Booten, who is Mike Booten's wife. And if you don't know who the Bootens are, Mike Booten and Twani Booten are stars from the Discovery show Weed Country. Mike Booten is now touring the country, giving advice about cannabis and stuff like that. But anyway,
Let's get him on.
yeah, I talked to him. I'm trying. Pot shrinks tumors. Government knew in 1974. Yeah, well, we knew that the government knew a lot of stuff back in 1974 that didn't want to tell us today. That is really all I have, guys. So please, we got 9 more minutes. Help me stretch this out.
I got an interesting story for us.
All right.
I know Russia is not exactly friends with us right now.
Mm-hmm.
And they're kind of with North Korea and all of that against us, really.
Do you know what they did? It was this year, or this day, some year ago. That's when they instituted communism or whatever in North Korea.
Today.
Yeah.
On this day today. Some time ago. Okay.
Just so happens.
It's pretty interesting since
excuse
their nuclear bombers are increasing their flights near our airspace.
Oh, really?
For the second time since June, Russian nuclear bombers escorted by fighter jets have flown near U.S. and Canadian airspace around Alaska in recent days, prompting precautionary intercepts by American warplanes.
They're testing.
The encounters came amid Russian war games along the border with eastern Ukraine,
Blow them up.
raising
Ooh.
Western concerns that Moscow might invade to support pro-Moscow separatists battling the Kiev government since spring.
Yo, we got problems if that happens. That's.
Do not let people check the fence. There's going to be a way in.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Over the past week, NORAD has visually identified Russian aircraft operating in and around U.S. air defense and identification zones.
Testing the defense system.
Yeah,
Looking
they're
for a
testing our
weakness.
response times. Yeah.
Yep.
They've spotted at least 16 Russian forays,
And
that includes one intercept spotted a Russian spy plane.
Really?
Yeah. 17 planes flying towards the U.S.
We are getting ready for one hell of a war here, folks.
I don't even have any tomatoes planted.
You don't want to plant them yet. You're going to have to wait 10 years.
Yeah.
I don't have a bunker. Now I want to prep. Where's the prepper at? Get him back on the phone.
You can call Bob. He'll help you.
Yeah.
I don't know how successful you're going to be if you listen to Brooksville
I don't need
Bob.
bare feet and overalls. I need
Yeah.
food and safety.
According to Brooksville Bob, he's a prepper. But prepping for what? We've yet to find out.
I hope the news doesn't make me a paranoid old man. I really do.
No, you know what? And you have to just interpret what you want is real and satire news. What's a real threat and what's not. This is a real threat.
Yeah.
This is a real
This
threat.
is a truly real threat.
Yes, this is a real threat. They are testing the fence. Anybody ever watch Jurassic Park?
And now we're going to start a little war with the Middle East.
Anybody ever watch Jurassic Park, the section with the raptors, where they said, yeah, they tested the fence looking for its weaknesses? Well, there you go, folks. Russia, North Korea, they're dibbing, they're dabbing, they're picking, they're prodding, and they're looking for that way in. And they're going to get it. They're going to get it. They're going to come in and invade.
They should be getting it every time they poke.
Yeah. You remember the movie Red Dawn?
Yes.
We're getting ready for something like that.
Well, I've seen the original. I didn't see the new one.
You didn't see the new one? The new one was pretty good, too.
If this turns into a war, which that's the way it's headed, it would be unlike anything we've seen ever.
Now, let me ask you this. What do you think the chances of United States soil being invaded?
Pretty strong.
Yeah.
With the countries that are against us, Russia, China, North Korea.
Yeah.
Not to mention all the sleepers.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
the people that are already here.
Yeah, the
all of
sleeper
their
cells. Thanks for keeping our borders open.
Yep. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Especially in times like this when we have so many enemies.
Yep.
We have less of a chance that China will back them, even though they're allied, because then I'm not sure. China could find their way into our resources, but I know that us and China have a strong import-export thing going on. And
yeah, but they've been sending shitty products over to us for years and poison, sending poisonous shit. And
become reliant.
Yes, absolutely. We should have cut that off years ago.
We need independence.
Yes.
We're not exactly as independent as people think we are.
Yeah, that's part of the problem. Exactly. We're too dependent on foreign countries.
And then to make it worse, this is what we're doing. We're shipping off our raw materials.
Oh, yeah.
Let them manufacture.
Do you know how much copper
Yeah.
we send over to China.
Yeah.
And yeah.
I can't go into too much detail about this, but the amount of intel that we've shared with these countries, aside from North Korea, just they know too much.
You know what?
Way too much.
Everybody knows everything.
You got to be careful what you say.
If you need to. You know, as a country, I'm going to know what's up. But what they need to know is what we're going to do.
The problem with all of this is what bothers me is that they're so secretive and not wanting nobody to know, and that's fine because you don't want other countries to know what we're planning. But we the people deserve to know what this country is up to, what other countries are up to. You know, I mean, it's no secret, don't get me wrong, it's no secret that we have problems with the Middle East and you know, the Russians and North Korea and all of that. But it's the secret bullshit like this that you know, people don't really know. And they might put it out there, but I guarantee it's a backstory, small little article, no giant headlines, you know what I'm saying, to keep people unaware of these situations. And I mean, really, people, you know, I've said it the other day, you know, it's going to come to the point, and we're going to have war on our streets, man. We're going to be fighting in our own streets with people, like you said, Joseph, that are already here, those sleeper cells that we let into our borders.
If you...
I mean, all they got to do is hit, like, every armory. And we're disabled, military-wise.
Yeah.
If you look at it this way, too, our communication is a one-way street out. They might not have noticed it, but the intel's going one way. We're not getting any intel from them. But
everything's going out. Nothing's coming back in other words, right?
Correct.
Yeah. Right, because we allow Facebook. We allow...
No, not only that. He's talking dedicated, top secret intel, information that the CIA and all of these government agencies put together. It's going out to these other countries, but they're not feeding us any intel back.
And we have people.
And if they are, they're lies.
We have people on the inside of our government that are from these countries, while these countries are a little bit smarter than to let people into their government from our country.
That I never understand. I'll never understand.
If it's a traitor, grain of salt. But...
People think these double agents and all these things that they see in movies, not all of it is bullshit.
Yeah, it's not all James Bond movies. Like you said, it's not all James Bond movie. A lot of it's real.
It's different than people might see it as. Like, they're not in here.
You know, all the words we speak, whoever's in charge, which clearly is not Obama, whoever is in charge, please blow them the F up.
We got to do something.
Yeah, that's not going to solve anything. We start dropping bombs, they're going to start dropping bombs.
I'm not saying drop bombs. I'm saying if a bomber's coming my way, launch the missile.
But then that's going to provoke the bombs.
It's coming anyway.
Yeah, I mean, it's only a matter of time.
I don't think anybody wants to shoot any nukes off.
You're bombing?
Actually, North Korea does, but...
North Korea would do it.
Yeah,
they've sent nukes our way and then deactivated them.
Yeah. But they don't have anything like we have. They have nothing that'll make it here.
Well, Russia's feeding them their nukes, and Russia's nukes are just as strong.
Yeah, Russia's nukes are our old ICBMs, you know that?
Yeah.
From the Apollo project.
Russia.
Intercontinental ballistic missile.
That's what an intercontinental ballistic missile is. It's an old Apollo rocket.
Russia's probably, I would say, the only country that's right up there with us on our military advancements.
Yeah.
They have everything.
And they're huge. We got about a minute left, and I'd love to stay on this subject because this is a really cool subject. So let's keep this open. Let's get back to this Monday morning.
Local group, Clench Fist.
Yes.
Performing live at the Zone in Tarpon Springs.
Tonight.
Nope, tomorrow night at 8.
Tomorrow night at 8. Clinch Fist at the Zone in Tarpon Springs.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely. They are an awesome band, and again, we thank them for their clips. We'd like to thank, comedian Philip Galinsky for calling in and spending time on the phone with us. I'd like to thank my co-hosts, Joseph and Hayden, for being here today. I'd like to thank Paulie and Tia, who couldn't be here today, and hopefully we
Molly
can...
for that documentary.
Yeah, and exactly. We'd like to thank Molly for giving us the interview, and Monday we'll have some more clips. I'll get that clip up on the Facebook page.
Not this Friday, but next Friday we'll let you hear it.
Yeah, Nick, not this Friday coming up, this Friday coming up, because today is Friday, and we're done with the show already. So, yeah. Yes. Again, hey, listen, thanks for listening to Talk Shit Radio and putting up with our crap. We'll talk to you guys Monday. Peace out.